Here on the town hall, your old cell phone might actually be in the Smithsonian right now. Hundreds of recycled cell phones from Western New York are part of a new exhibit that opens tomorrow at the Smithsonian's National Museum of Natural History. Local electronics recycler Sun King donated the phones and helped with this exhibit that's called Cell Phone Unseen Connections. It highlights the evolution of cell phones and their impact on society. And joining us live right now is Dr. Joshua Bell. He is a cultural anthropologist and curator of globalization at the museum there at the Smithsonian. Thanks for your time tonight, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
So before we talk about this actual exhibit itself, I wonder if you can talk about the connection between what is going to be on display starting tomorrow and Western New York, how you came to be working with Sun King for this.
Yeah, I mean, so this show basically tells the global and local and natural history story that's in everyone's device. And so to do that, we reached out to industry and partners around the world, but also within the US. Around 22 states are featured through personal profiles and then objects, as well as 35 countries. And we came on to Sun King, and it was just a chance to really tell the story of a local industry that's dealing with the electronic waste problem. And it's a really, compelling story. We got to feature them, and they very kindly partnered with Hobby International to donate half of the 465 cell phones that they pulled out of their recycling stream to put on temporary display here. And then when the show is done in about 3+ years, they will go back into the recycling stream. So it's a wonderful opportunity for us to highlight the work that's being done in New York, upstate New York, and just kind of shout out to them and the good work that they do as part of this global story that we're seeking to tell.
Yeah, absolutely. We love a Buffalo connection here, and this is a good one. For people who, a lot of Western New Yorkers actually, take summer trips to Washington, D.C. If they're able to go there to the mall where you are, what would they see at this exhibit?
Yeah, so this exhibit it's a 5,400 square feet show. So that is actually on the larger side. And when they come into the show, we start the show with these larger than life cell phones. We refer to the cell phone forest. So it's an interactive experience that will hopefully draw people in. You can get a selfie, you get introduced to the themes of the show. And then we move you right into, both metaphorically and literally, into the earth and walk you through extraction, design, manufacturing, and reclamation to kind of highlight the 65 elements that are in the average smartphone.
Wow.
And as we did with Sun King, highlight people who work along different aspects of that supply chain. So they're going to learn about the minerals that go into their device, the people who make that happen, the ideas, the innovation around that, then also how it works. And so we have a huge array of custom built infrastructure, from radio heads and antenna arrays, a server on display, undersea cable, interactive game. And then we have a section on culture and society. And here we kind of lean into the kind of cultural diversity and the ways in which that is sustained and kind of heightened through and transformed through the cell phone. We have a giant comic book mural that unpacks asks the question, what is this technology doing to us, through 4 hypothetical characters that we kind of drew on research that my colleagues and I have done in Washington, D.C. to unpack that. And then the circular economy, we ask the question, well, if you're done with your cell phone, what happens to it? And so we walk people through the stages of, what happens if you leave it in a drawer, and people will be able to open a drawer and see bundles of old cell phones that will be familiar, I'm sure, to many viewers. What happens when you throw it away? What happens when it gets recycled? And this is where we feature Sun King. And then we also talk about repair. So kind of this cradle to cradle approach to kind of think through the sustainability issues. And this helps us to tell a very natural history story with an object that's in everyone's pocket, nearly everyone's pocket in the planet. Which is hard to fathom. This is the fastest spreading technology in human history, but it also allows us to tell a very natural history story in terms of sustainability, unpacking what our relationship is to the natural world. And for me, as a cultural anthropologist, injecting this conversation around technology, which I'm very excited about.
They have absolutely changed our lives, no doubt. Dr. Joshua Bell, I so appreciate you taking some time to walk us through this.
I look forward to meeting everyone when they come.
Absolutely.